Hello, everybody. Welcome to February 23rd update. I think today is Thursday. Yeah, and this morning, today is pretty similar to yesterday's. And started off with the drop, then recovered, and then there were a lot of earnings that was announced in the opt-out hour today, and we gotta go over Wayfair and Square's earnings and then we're gonna go over the news as well. Okay, so let's check out the portfolio first. One day I'm up $156, 1 week down 2,000, 1 month up 9,000, 3 months down 8,900, year to date up 25,000, 1 year up down 78,837, and all time up $70,600. Started 2016, all time high 300,000. Okay, and today I made a $2,000 bet that because Carvana got released earnings, so I made a $2,000 bet that it won't drop around 39%. If it does, I have to buy $2,000 worth of stock. If it don't, I just keep that $33 I will make. So, and then Carvana did announce earnings. You only go down 2%. At the beginning, you went up, so that's pretty good. So that means I will make $32. Okay, so that's what you call selling put options. I sold 4 put options. Okay, so when I was looking at Carvana's earnings, and I don't really understand why the stock didn't react like that. It did not drop much. I thought it looked like it's gonna drop some more. Okay, so hold on. Oh yeah, right here. So let's show you the total percentage change. So let's go over a couple of news. Like today, the EV companies went down a lot this morning. For example, Lordstown Motors went down almost 12% today. That was because they halted the production of their endurance truck. And then they have to recall 19 of their trucks back because they had a electrical connection issue. So that's the reason why the stock dropped a lot today for that stock. So it means that the production is very hard, and concepts are a lot more easy. And then Nikola also announced earnings. I think was yesterday. Nikola, and I usually don't like that stock, but I was looking at it, and I was surprised to find out that they're actually producing trucks. So I think last quarter they produced 130 BEVs, electric trucks. And then they delivered 20 to dealers. But I was looking at their balance sheet, and oh man, it was a lot more. It was even worse than Lucy and Rivian. So here's the situation. So recent quarter they made $4.7 million in revenue, but the cost to build those, I think 20 BEVs, the cost to build those trucks was $49 million. So they had a negative 1,042% auto gross margin. So Lucid, we talked about yesterday, I think they had 232%, negative 232% gross margin. And Rivian is around 200% as well. So yeah, so just let you know, I like to compare other EV companies. And Beyond Meat also announced earnings. I think the reason Beyond Meat going up because they are trying to reach profitability. So I think this stock also announced earnings. I don't know why it's moving up tower. Anyway, so like trying to have a free cash flow positive for Beyond Meat. That's why then the reason why that it went up. Then another interesting news that is I saw on Twitter that Spotify is already launching the AI DJ. So the DJ will choose songs and I tell you about the songs. I think that's very cool. And excuse me, you can like Google that and stuff and see like how cool it is. I think Spotify made a video about it, and yeah. So that's you can like see what the design look like, and I don't know if it requires a subscription, but that's only is moving up a little bit. But that's like definitely some innovation they got there. They're doing right now. So guys, just gonna quickly scroll through this and then we're gonna look at Wayfair earnings. I think Wayfair stock drops like 20. How much did they drop? Wayfair. Oh yeah, right here. Holy crap, dropped 23%. Okay, so let's see. Wayfair. I think this one. Is that Wayfair? Yep, that's Wayfair. Okay, so let's look at the recent quarter. So there was some surprising things I found in their earnings report, and cash like 1 billion short-term investment. So that's basically cash and bond like stuff, treasury bills. So 200 million. So they got about 1.2 billion in cash. Okay, so I don't know if they have any other sources of liquidity. So right here. So Wayfair is actually profitable on gross margin level. So that's really good. So it means that right now it look like 900 million. So they did 3.1 billion and revenue. Cost of revenue is 2.2 billion. So margin is 893 million. So you see that's a positive gross margin, unlike regular that have a negative 1042%. In Wayfair that's around maybe 28-30% right there. Okay, so you have to do the math. And then customer service fee 163. And then what's like surprising me is that right here, advertising. They only spend like $400 million on advertising. So that's around like 13% of revenue spent on advertising. So that's really good. So I think other companies spending like 20, 30, 40% of their revenue on advertising. So I am surprised to see that they only spend like 13%. And selling, general and administrative technology expense was 655 million. So probably I don't know if that number includes, if they put it like their shipping expense for like if you buy a couch on Wayfair. I don't know which they include it on. Do they put it on cost of goods sold or SG&A, or because like they have to ship it and stuff? So hopefully they break it down. So like it look like they lost like 351 million. But let's see how much cash do they lost, because compensation and stock-based compensation is not a cash expense. See, it look like they only lost like $71 million on cash and just EBITDA, earning before interest, tax, and depreciation and amortization. See, like I said, they lost 351 million this quarter. Depreciation and amortization is a non-cash expense, so you don't that expense don't take cash out. equity-based compensation. So that's like employee equity and taxes. So employee equity, that's like operating stock. So it's dilution to the shareholder, but it's not a cash expense. And you can take it out. So maybe like lost around like maybe 100 million in cash or something. So that's not too bad. As you can see, they have more than $1 billion in cash. So it don't look like they're going bankrupt anytime soon. So I don't know why the stock dropped dramatically. I think it was because there were a report on CNBC that they lost like 5 million customers or something like that. So that's why it drops a lot. So it's definitely an interesting stock. So let me show you. I made a lot of money on Wayfair as well. Like toward the beginning, I was selling out my shares. 160 made 4,000 right there, 2,000 right there. So I was selling 160. At the time, you look like I made a mistake because 160 wasn't all-time high. It was like right here. All-time high was 300. I did not see anything at 300. So, but it's definitely not a mistake right now because stock price is at 38 right now. So basically that. So let's go look at Square. They also release earnings as well. So let's see gross profit. So Square gross profit, I don't really care about that. I only worry about Cash App. Okay, 2022 Cash App gross profit was 2. Oh man, that's a lot of money. Cash App is not really profitable, 2.95 billion. So Cash App, I think basically a lot of their revenue came from collect their debit card transactions. So like if you sign up for Cash App, you will get you can like apply for a debit card and they will give you one. And when you swipe, I think Square make 1.5% of transaction from Visa or Master. I don't know which one, but that's how they make money. So like they will charge the merchant 3%, and then like Visa or Master like give you 1.5%. Give Square 1.5%. I think toward the end they will break down how their revenue, where did their revenue came from. So I haven't really looked at it a lot yet, so dig into it much right now. So let's go over it real quick. And transaction-based revenue for Cash App was 122 million. So I think that's the debit card revenue, like I talked about. Subscription and service-based revenue 900 million. Wow, that's a lot. Bitcoin revenue don't. So that's why I don't like they include the Bitcoin revenue as a whole revenue, because Bitcoin, if you bought $20,000 of Bitcoin on Cash App, they count that whole 20,000 as revenue. So I don't think that's correct, because they only make probably like 1 or 2 or 3% of that transaction fee, but they counted that whole 20,000 as revenue. So when I look at the Square revenue, I just take out the Bitcoin revenue because they got no margin on that, and I don't think it's right to count the whole thing as revenue. Right? Customer purchased $100,000 of Bitcoin on Cash App, you count it as the 100,000, the whole thing as revenue. So I don't think that's right. Yeah, so it look like wow, Cash App's revenue per quarter is like $1 billion run rate. That's amazing right there. So that's like $4 billion on Cash App revenue. I think Cash App also make a lot of money from like instant transaction. Like you need to deposit cash into your bank. For Cash App, you can like do an instant deposit for a certain percentage of a fee. So yeah, they also have a buy now pay later. So I can look at this later and like see if there are any interesting stuff. If there is, I will let you know. I think let's see how the stock is doing for Square. I also own stock on Square, but I don't like Square very much. I think their innovation is kind of slow, but because of Cash App, so that's why I still keeping the stock on my portfolio. So see, right now it's up like $800. It used to be up like 200%, and yeah, so that's not much of a hope right now for this stock. Anything else? Nah, anything interesting? I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, so like I said, make bet on Carvana, and yeah, their I was looking at their earnings release. It wasn't that good because they are still losing a lot of money, and I cannot figure out like how they're gonna get more cash and stuff like that. So hopefully tomorrow I just gonna exit this put option and make $32. So this that yeah. So yeah, that's basically the end of it. And thank you so much for watching. And please, right now I have 518 subscribers. The goal is to have 520 by the end of the week. If you want to subscribe, help me out, and that'd be great. And then please give this video a like as well if it's possible. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow is Friday, so it'll be last day of the week for the market, and we're right now like almost at the end of the month, so the time passed by very fast. And yeah, hopefully next month gonna be a lot better than this month, and I will see you tomorrow.